You know, man, I seen, you had like a little thing with Ben Simmons or something, or he was trying to hit on your fiance, or your girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, well, she was my fiance. Ben's a sucker for that. Yeah, he know that. He a sucker, man. And the thing about it, if he would have, when she first mentioned it, I thought like,
Well, how'd you, you and Ben meet and everything?
I met him when he came to my city. Philly is where I'm like, Philly's home. I'm like, it's like 4 celebrities in Philly. I'm one of them, but a sucker. So he came to my hometown. He was drafted by Philly. I met him when he was a rookie, when he was actually hanging on South Street, going to a store. That's when we met for the first time, his rookie year. We exchanged a couple of words, and at that moment, my Sixers stunk. Because when he saw me, first thing he was like, "Hey, Mike, tell me a joke." I said, "The Sixers. That's how bad they are." These guys were losing in practice at that moment. You ever lost in practice? That's bad. We lose in practice. So, and that's how we started to become friends. We exchanged numbers and we kept in touch. And then we'll go to Eagles game together. We'll hang out. Sometimes most of the summer he come to LA. We'll hang out. Even times he's been time where I'll post a lot of girls on my page. He'd be like, "Oh, Mike, that girl's fine. Hook me up," and I hook him up with some chicks a couple of times. And I don't know what made him think he could just because you think you got so much money, you think that you could just, then next thing you know, you could try to holler at my girl. I'm like, of all these women in the world, you try to holler but you think you're that untouchable? Like, you might have fans that kiss your ass, but I don't kiss no ass. I'm gonna light your ass up. And she snitched on his ass. And the thing about it, she tried to let it go, but he got thirsty a few times.
How'd you find out? She
snitched on him. Yeah, she snitched. She said the first time it happened. So it was during Super Bowl week. The Sixers were playing Miami. It was a weekend Super Bowl when the Chiefs played 49ers. We went to Miami that weekend, and I remember the Heat was playing. Sixers was playing the Heat, and I remember I went to the game. And after the game, they got the ass kicked that game. Like, they got the ass whooped bad. We had everybody. We had MB, we had Harris. I didn't know what happened. But the Miami Heat whooped their ass. So after the game, I remember we was talking. At that moment, he was dating one of the Kardashian girls, the Jenner, whatever. The Kylie or whatever.
Is it Kendall?
Whatever their name is. I don't know their names. One of them. Because she was there. And she remembered me because she's actually been to a show before at the Laugh Factory where and I roast. I had a lot of jokes on her sister and the whole family, so she remembered me. But I remember, I had my lady with me, and he was with his girl, and I introduced my girl to him. Hey, this is my fiance. This is the first time he officially introduced. Here's my fiance, Rada. He said, "Oh, this is my girl," whatever her name was. And then when we left, after we left, she was like, "Mike, I think that guy was in my DM." I'm like, "Man, nigga wasn't on your DM, man." I see Ben see me post a lot of chicks. He just think he just one of them chicks, But then he knew, and then weeks later, he's still back in her DM. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like.
So now you know.
And I know now you been. And then then he tried to use because he knew that she's a real estate agent, so he tried to act like he's trying to buy a house in Arizona. So he trying to use her to she didn't even bite on that. That's what she told. And I'm like, I lost her respect for him. He's a snake. Can't trust a light-skinned nigga.
Man, is that something that commonly happens in entertainment, do you think?
Maybe passing the women on to other people, break up with one person, that person with this person. I find it to be very disgusting. Me personally, I do not want to fuck nobody that my friends fuck, because I know how my friends fucks. That's some fucked up shit, right? I don't want nothing my homies want or hitting. Like, so many other women out there, but this nigga think it's in a Scarface. I'm kill you and take your wife. I mean, I don't roll like that. Any one of my homies' girls automatically become my sister. Automatically. I don't give a how bad she is. That's a no.
Yeah, I hear that, man. It seems pretty dirty, especially because you guys kind of knew each other.
Yeah, they don't try. Then he tried to sugarcoat because she was like, "He's not your friend." He was like, "Well, we ain't that much friends for some pussy nigga." Yeah, man. That shit story's so old. He's such.
But he got traded anyway, right?
He got traded and he sucked. He hasn't won a game since. Nothing good has happened to him in NBA since that happened. He didn't play a whole season. He had 5 points and played 25 minutes. His first game of the season, he had 5 points. The Village Voodoo is working on his ass.
Well, I seen you been on Wild and Out
Yeah.
a bunch of times, man. How did all that come together?
Man, it's the funny thing about it when Wild and Out when they was first putting it together in 2005, I auditioned, right? I auditioned for it and I didn't make it. I wasn't quick enough, wasn't good enough, and I said to myself, it's okay. And at that moment, when they eventually casted the show and 2-3 years later the show's going on, the cast members were making like $1,000 an episode, something like that, right? And I said to myself, it's okay. One day y'all gonna pay me to be on this show. You're gonna pay me some real money, And I just, I didn't make it. It didn't bother me. And then I just went on a social media craze and just became just started entertaining on social media. I went hard, and everything I was doing, I was going hard. From my YouTube shows to like my Twitter, my IG, it was lit. Everybody was just fucking with Michael Blackson. And then now I ain't got audition anymore. Now, hey Mike, can you come be a guest on the show? So now we're gonna fast forward to like not 2009, 10. 2009, I'm like hot on social media. I'm doing my thing, and so now I ain't got audition. Now we might come and be a guest on the show, And I went on the show. First show, killed it. Nick's like, Mike, can you do a couple more episodes? I'll be like, okay, killed it. I went from doing one episode to like 4 or 5, and then the following season, they brought me back, do like another 4 or 5, But I mean, I'm saying that because as long as you believe in yourself, whatever's meant for you is gonna come, And when they had me on the show, they had to pay me like 7-8 times what they're paying everybody else per show. That's what I asked for. So now I'm like, hey, if I was doing this show for fucking 5 seasons, I made more doing 3 seasons than y'all made, whatever. So, but it been fun. That show's a hell of a show that Nick Cannon put together. Not only that he hired, I can't remember no show where one guy hired that many people at one time. Made all a bunch of stars. I mean, he made DC Young Flower superstar, Conceited and Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, Rip Michaels, all those guys all became instant stars because that show is like a hit. I love it. Every chance I get it, when they call me, I'm on there. I just did 3 more episodes, should be coming out soon. But yeah, I went from auditioning that show to being called to be on the show. So it's a good feeling.
Man, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that show's definitely been like influential, man. As far as like new comedians and everybody coming out, man, it's been crazy to kind of see that, man. How do the roasts? Do you guys practice the roast like before?
Hell
or is
no,
it kinda
man.
Off the head?
Nah, them things off the head. I mean, the only thing you could probably ask for is to like have an idea of who's on the other team. If I'm going to do something like, okay, who's on the other team? Let me think of something. That's the only thing you could do. What I mean? And that way, I mean, if you're going to write a rhyme, that might help. But that's probably it. It's good to know who's on the other side because sometimes it could be really difficult trying to like right there in that moment. You at least want to have an idea who it is. So when you get on set, you be like, okay, it's 5 people on this team. Let me just pick 2-3 of them, and clown.
Yeah, because I know you don't use a beat.
I don't use a beat because I'm not a rapper, and if I could rap, I wouldn't rap off the beat. I always go a cappella. So I'm not good with rapping off the beat. But I'm a comedian and I know what my fans want to see. They want to see me just light motherfuckers up. And I like
Either way, they want to see you making jokes on
yeah,
people.
they just want to hear some jokes, man.